Manchester United will be getting a new stadium or a refurbished stadium. And we've seen a few of these sorts of videos go around. One with the South Stand finally being extended. One here which shows a complete redevelopment and renovation of Old Trafford on the outside. And of course, we've seen different ones with a brand new stadium. But what about other concepts? I want to take a look at some today. How are we doing, everyone? Sam here. Welcome to United People's TV. And as I said, in today's video, I want to take a look at 10 more concepts for what Old Trafford could look like if we redevelop it, if we refurbish it, and we try, maybe, to rebuild it. Now, look, the Bernabeu, right? The new Real Madrid stadium is going to be the gold standard for a modern football amphitheatre. Cathedral, no matter what word you want to use to describe it. What Real Madrid have done is ridiculously impressive. And the thing for United fans is that they've managed to do that whilst keeping the Bernabeu. It's not a brand new stadium, it's about development. Now, I still have questions as to whether or not United can do that, but you saw some videos there at the start. What I'm going to do now is run through some concepts, some AI-generated concepts, where we take a look at different versions, and we have a little bit of fun. It's the international break. We can do something like this. Now, for a lot of United fans, this concept is still the best. Of course, that is expanding the South Stand to match the size of the North Stand, all right? It's something that has been it's been wanted for a long time, but basically the main problem is you can just about see it there on the corner of that image. It's the railway track. That's a big reason why United haven't done it. Now, I still question whether United could do that. And of course, if we did that, what would happen in the meantime? We can't ground share with City. Would it be like a slightly reduced capacity Old Trafford, or would we need to go somewhere else? I don't know what the ins and outs of it are. There's difficulties. There's difficulties with everything, really. What I want to do now is run through 10 concepts, okay? You can let me know what you think about all of these in the comments. It's just a little bit of fun in the international break. And it's nice to imagine about what... Because it's really exciting, okay? The idea of Man United getting a new or refurbished Old Trafford, it's massively exciting, and it's so needed. Let's run through some of these concepts here. This is one of them, number one. Now, what do I like about this? I'll tell you what I like about pretty much all of them, and this is kind of a running theme. I love the rafters here. I love the fact that you keep those. That, for me, is quite a synonymous part of Old Trafford, really, keeping those white rafters on top of the stadium. I don't know why. I can't really explain it. It's just that there's kind of part of me which is just, it links it back to Old Trafford. So I like the overall shape of that stadium. I quite like it. It's even. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot to like about that one. Let's move on to the second one here. See what this one. This one is. I don't know what this one is. This one's a bit mad. This one is a bit wild. Is it a bad stadium concept? I'm not sure. It's just very unrealistic. It's more like the bowl shape, isn't it? The shape over there. Oh dear. 1 second there. Jeez, too many things going on there. That shape there, it's a massive, massive switch from what Old Trafford is. Very futuristic looking, that one. I'm not sure that's even slightly feasible. I mean, you suppose you could do that if you knocked Old Trafford down and rebuilt on it. But I think I'm guessing if Manchester United were going to go to a new stadium, they wouldn't do it directly on the ground of Old Trafford. I'm not sure. But look, building on a similar concept to this one here is this one here. Which one would you prefer out of those two? Very similar concepts. This one just looks like it's got a little bit more size on it. Again, same thing. As I said, that one thing I'm really liking from all of these is that part there. It feels like part of Old Trafford. Wonder what capacity the new stadium will go up to. You'd imagine they try and raise it above 80. They'd have to raise it above 80. Like 85, something like that. What's Wembley? Wembley 90? I think Wembley's 90. Old Trafford's a big club, the biggest club stadium in England, but obviously Wembley is the biggest stadium. Right, let's move on to something that's a bit different, this one. Far, far steeper sides on this than anything you see. Yeah, well, it looks like steeper sides anyway. Again, that same thing that seems to be being kept between all of these designs is the rafters on the top. I quite like that one. I think that one looks pretty cool. Have to admit. I like the matching heights of the stands. And again, that's something that I suppose you can see in the Bernabeu as well there. Jeez, man, that looks impressive. It really does look impressive. But this one here, I like the height of it and the depth of it. Don't know. I think that one looks pretty good. I wonder what my favourite one is so far. I'm not sure. This one's a little bit different. This one looks pretty damn cool from the outside. I have to be honest. Slightly different styles on the rafters up here. I'll tell you what I like on this one. I like the sort of the outside look, the facade. I don't know whether it's slightly mirrored. I like it. I quite like that one. I have to admit. That one, nay bad. What about the next one? Let's have a look. Whoa. Again, this one, like this concept here, really big, steep. It looks quite intimidating, doesn't it? That extra height from the outside makes it quite an intimidating look. That one there looks pretty cool. I have to be honest. These AI concepts, man, they're crazy. It is mad how quickly AI is developing. Now, this one here has got a really nice red vibe on the outside there. Just some smart lighting. That one there looks like a war zone. Not a war zone. Place of war. Maybe not the right way to describe it. Quite like that one too. See what the next one is. Geez, that one's got some strange angles there. Look at that. Nice lighting. That one's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, right? I'm going to skip on to some of these mad ones here. These ones are just a bit of fun. This is what when you type in sort of futuristic versions of Old Trafford, and it looks like a bloody spaceship. There's one here. It's like the mothership is above the stadium. But it gets even crazier. There's a forest. There's a forest inside this Old Trafford and some beds. And this one here, I'm not too adverse about the if you look at the some of the best stadiums out in America, like the what's it called, Lo-Fi Stadium, where the latest Super Bowl was held, I think, and they've got these huge screens up top. The inside of Old Trafford, and that's the thing, right? If I go back to this and I've spoken about all the developments to the outside and the look of Old Trafford. And we ran through some mad concepts there. Look, there's one, there's another one, there's another one. They're completely different designs, but it doesn't really do anything for the interior. And this has always been my concern about redeveloping the South Stand, because there's not enough room in between seats. The concourses, I don't think, are good enough, big enough, modern enough. The roof itself overall probably could do with just being lifted off and completely replaced, heightened a little bit, giving more space. You don't need that leaning roof. A nice flat roof would make a big difference to the overall vibe inside Old Trafford. But there are lots and lots of different concepts. This, of course, is keeping Old Trafford as it is and expanding that South Stand. But if that was going to happen, would that have already happened? I mean, you imagine it probably would have. Which one of the concepts is your favourite? I'm going to go back and have a quick look and see which one was mine. I do quite like this one. I think I like the steep-sided stadiums, the ideas of it for Old Trafford. And, of course, I like the white rafters, which I mentioned quite a few times there. This one, I think, is a bit weird. I don't think that's going to happen. And going back to sort of quite a simple look, but it feels quite effective. Nice, symmetrical size stands the whole way around. I don't know whether they're going to be able to go as hard as Stretford. But you can let me know what you think in the comments below. As I said, it's a little bit of a fun video, just reacting to some different concepts that AI has generated for what Old Trafford could look like. You might still think that the rebuild, the brand new stadium, is completely the best. There was 3 different concepts at the start that I showed you there. There's about 7 or 8 different concepts there I've showed you here, and some fun ones there to make it look like a right spaceship, which aren't going to happen. But let me know what you think in the comments, because it is going to be exciting. I don't know when it's going to happen. But Man United will get a new stadium or a rebuild. It's going to happen at some point. I just don't know when.